SensorTube's telling me to go live. Oh, let's go live on SensorTube. And Salanvia chilling on our patio catio. They're having a good time. They're sleeping in front of me actually right now. Oh no, on their couch. So we're gonna wait until Rumble kicks in and we got the audio going for the podcast, and we see when notifications go out. Let's see, let's see. We had one person waiting on us on Sensor 2, which was Water Rocks, and I think there's a person waiting for us on Rumble. It's just not kicking in Rumble. Let's check it out. Maybe I have to reload it. Let's reload it. Oh, I am live on Rumble. I was just watching Silent View, just chilling on the catio. I need to, what do you call it? Refresh. Hi, everyone. This is Chycho. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the live stream. Jack Slice on Sensor 2. How are you doing? Eldergod on Rumble. Rumble's active. Nice, nice, nice. I had to press refresh. I was sort of hypnotized by watching Silent V and just going like this. It makes me, yeah, all sleepy and stuff. Gang, welcome to another live stream. Today we're doing movie reviews. 6 movies to review that I think it's been 2 months now that we did the live stream where we picked the movies. And today is April 8th, 2024. So I guess we did it. Eldergod will know the date for sure. Edopolis on Twitch. Salutations movie review of Freddy got fingered. I'm pretty sure I've seen that movie. I haven't. It just makes me laugh at it. I can't remember what it's about, anything, but I remember it was a cult classic or something, or spoof off a cult classic, right? But I think it's a cult classic from 80s, 90s. I can't remember now. Gang, while we wait for notifications to go out, oh yeah, let me give you a list of the movies that we're going to be reviewing today. The list of the movies that we are reviewing. Hold on a second, where's my list of movies? Oh, I got them all here. What am I doing? We're going to be reviewing ID 1995 British movie. Wow. They Live 1988, Interstellar 2014, Dredd from 2012, Pi from 1998, and Lord of the Rings from 2001. They live, live rocks. They live rocks. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Gang, or I'm not making a connection. Or I'm not making a connection. 28th January, 28th January. So January, February, March, April. So 2.5 months. It took us 2.5 months to do 6 movies. So it'll be a good idea to keep that in mind. Hold on, let me bring these up. I lost my chat. There it is. Nice. Temporary peace. Hello, Chycho. Hola, Chycho. Did you catch a glimpse of the eclipse on your side of the country? No. It's sort of, it's overcast here, so I won't see it. And I'm on the west coast of Canada. I don't even know if it was gonna show or not. I don't think it's going to show here. I don't know, but it's overcast. It's overcast. I think full eclipse was a strip going across from east coast of Canada across the central to west coast. No, Kyle Guj on Sensitive. Lord of the Rings is up there for my favorite movie. Super tearjerker. I don't know how many times I've seen it now, but it still affects you. It still affects you, and very, very well done. Very well done, right? Spencer, how are you doing? Hichicho and all salutations. Toronto only, yeah. I think it was only in Toronto it was visible. Really? Okay. It passed over the Toronto area. Things got trippy for a second. It got dark. And you would have had some people with signs. The end times are near. The end times are near. Dark and cold. Dark and cold. Yeah. It would have got cold, I guess. Sure. It's still sort of wintry feely here. It's cold, cold spring for us, but we didn't have too much of a winter, so I ain't complaining, man. It was pretty nice. It was pretty nice, gang. Quick intro: we're on Patreon. Subscribe, start Substack. You're definitely welcome to follow us there. We do have a guild server that we got a little small community. I think it's like 440 people or something like this, sharing information, talking about whatever we want to talk about. We're live streaming on Twitch, Rumble, and Sensor2. Hopefully, soon to be live streaming on Odyssey and BitChute as well. We are recording this on a lapel mic, and the audio for this live stream will be uploaded to soundcloud.com/chycho as a podcast. Strafe 177 on Rumble. Yo yo yo, hope you're doing well. We are on Twitter, we're on Minds, we're on Gab, we're on Substack Notes, we're on Truth Social, we're on VK, and we're on Getter. You're definitely welcome to follow us on those platforms. And for those of you that are supporting this work, including those of you who come to these live streams, participate in these discussions and our polls, picking movies, talking about movies, comic books, politics, economics, whatever it might be, and to the mods, gang. Salute, salute, salute. I hope you had a fantastic Monday, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week, because we're going to talk about 6 movies. Salute, gang. Oh yeah, kombucha, lychee and jasmine kombucha. Pretty nice color, strong flavor. Is nice. I like the fizzy. I like the fizzy. Let me take these guys down. Boing, boing, boing. And okay, gang. Let me show you the what do you call it? The posters for the movies that we're going to talk about. You guys decide which one we want to do first. Okay. We're going to be talking about ID, 1995 British movie about, it's under the genre of the soccer hooligans and stuff like this, but that's just the canvas that the story is being told on, right? Brilliant movie, fantastic movie. Eldergod recommended this. We got They Live, cult classic from 1988. Fantastic. I don't know, this must have been like the 11th time that I've seen this movie, and it was still fantastic. We got Interstellar 2014. Okay, and I saw this movie, I'm pretty sure 2014. I might have seen this movie in the theater. I'm not sure if I boycotted movie theaters by that time. Nick Phoenix, salutations, hope you're doing well. The Warriors is going to salute. I might have not seen it in the theater, but I'd seen this before, and this was the second time I saw it. And I saw the director's version of this, which had extra stuff at the end. Dredd 2012. This must have been like the 5th time I've seen this movie. What a fantastic movie. Pi 1998. It's probably 3rd time I've seen this movie. Called classic 1998. And Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring 2001. Groundbreaking movie. Every Lord of the Rings fan went into the movie theater with their fingers crossed, hoping that they would not annihilate it, and they did a pretty damn good job. So what should we start talking about? Which movie? Let me make sure how we're doing on our live. We got 15 people on Rumble, we got 17 people on Twitch, and we got 14 people on Sensor2 on a nice Monday early afternoon, nice chill stream. Let's see, let me increase this guy a little bit. And bring up the Sensor2 chats. Real Xenomorph, hi, it's nice to see you again. Smiles. Just finished my work. Nice, excellent. And gang, do not forget. Free Assange. Julian Assange, publisher and journalist that has been crucified for trying to bring transparency and accountability of capitalist power to humanity, something that we desperately, desperately need in our societies. For more information, see wikileaks.org, candlesforassange.com, or countless resources on free speech platforms. Adipolis, I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Should we start well? I start out with they live. Put on the sunglasses. Put on the sunglasses, gang. Let's do movie review of They Live from 1988. You would have to have been crawling, under a rock for the last since the movie came out, really. But there's a lot of people that are much younger than me, so let's say you would have had to been living under a rock for the last 20 years if you don't know the importance of this movie. Okay, incredibly important movie, groundbreaking movie in terms of uh, challenging the society, right? The perception of people's what society is. Phenomenal. In terms of impact, it would be on the same level of George Orwell's 1984, Aldous Huxley's Brave New World, right? Goofy X recently watched Dune 2. Have you seen? No, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet. No, it's not available where I usually watch my movies. Laugh out loud. JI42. Salutations, good people. Salutations, salutations. Straff 1977 on Rumble. Pie is an extremely underrated movie, and this is coming from someone that isn't a fan of most of Aronofsky's work. It must have been like the third or fourth time I saw it. It's well, let's talk about They Live. We talk about Pie as soon as we start talking about Pie. The movie aged well. The movie aged. They Live aged phenomenally, phenomenally. Oh god, I saw it at an art cinema in 1990. Nice, nice, nice. I saw it in the theaters too, pretty sure anyway. But I've seen it so many times now I can't remember when the first time was. First time Jack MP3. Great editing, and great dialogue. Very engaging and great quiet times during the movie, which was fantastic, right? Which was fantastic. Someone, some musicians say music isn't the notes you hear, it's what's between the notes, right? Same with many things, really. Even education, I know that from experience teaching my students. They Live had amazing quiet moments, right? Amazing quiet moments. Plutonic Polaris, hello all, salutations. Eldergod, chycho, I am still looking for it. They Live? What do you mean? Catchphrase, they live, we sleep. They live, we sleep. What do you mean? The catchphrase. They live, they live. Oh, Dune 2. Oh, you're still looking for it. Yeah. I where I watch it usually a good quality isn't available yet. But amazing qualities are available for They Live, right? So phenomenal movie, gang, phenomenal movie. And I didn't bookmark the info on the movie, the directors and stuff like this. I don't even know. Here, let's do a little. They Live. I go to IMDb to do my thingamajigs. I should have bookmarked each of the movies, tell you the truth. But John Carpenter, okay, director. Writers is Nelson and John Carpenter. Stars are Rodney Piper, Keith David, Meg Foster. And the catchphrase on this is on IMDb anyway. It says they influence our decisions without us knowing it. They numb us our senses without us feeling it. They control our lives without us realizing it. They live. What does that sound like, gang? What does that sound like? right? 2024 this movie was made. 2024. Padre, 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 how are you doing? Hey dudes, John Carpenter made some good ones. Yeah, John Carpenter made some fantastic movies. The Thing is another one, right? I'm pretty sure that's John Carpenter, right? Pop will eat itself. 75 on censor tube. Such a good such a good film. Such a good film. Such a good film. Oh God, They Live was based on a short story called 8 o'clock in the morning. Really? I didn't know that. But it wasn't a short story by Carpenter, was it? It was an adaptation, right? Straff 177 on a Rumble. They Live has aged so well that the director is upset with some of the conclusions that people have drawn from it in recent years. Yeah, one thing I saw an interview of John Carpenter from that period, and he was really trash talking the Reagan administration, the the Reagan administration, really, right? And then Bush coming in and stuff. So the Republican Party in the 1980s, what they were doing to society, and he considered They Live to be sort of a reflection of where they wanted to take it. But if you look at the present, the sort of tag teaming, this the uniparty thing, right? So there was a period in time in Canada, United States, and stuff where certain sect people really navigated towards one party or another party, depending on the draconian laws and the fascism rolling out. Now it's just one party. So the criticism of or the critique of some artists, musicians, politicians, and stuff, or journalists or philosophers and stuff, that they really went off on certain group in their society, according party affiliation, didn't age well, but their message aged well, which is really, it's something weird to wrap your head around, because there's still some people from that era that still associate certain evils only with a certain party, and they have a really hard time looking in the mirror and going, we're it, right? Where are you from? I'm from Canada, west coast of Canada. Pop is asking on censor too. Mr. Chang, did you watch Doom Part 2 yet? Not yet. That's gonna come up on all the stuff. Funny. John Carpenter's Christine's amazing. Christine's amazing. MT Lebut. I always watch my movies in excellent quality for $24 at the cinema as well. Hilarious. Plutonic Flowers. They Live 2020's officially approved version were quote, they're they are the good guys and fight against sunglass disinformation. Pretty much, right? Cancel culture hardcore. Padre. I like when the resistance leader hacks into the TV broadcast. Yeah, fantastic. He showed his face though, like, oh, don't do that. Cameras everywhere now. Anyway, they find you, Speedy Gonzalez. Pop is asking on censortube, did you like The Thing? I love The Thing. The Thing is phenomenal, man. I watched it in the theater a lot, like when it first came out. I like The Thing. I love the Aliens as well. They came out around the same time, but I like The Thing more than Aliens, even though I love Aliens as well. Lots of quiet moments in there too. Yeah, lots of quiet moments. Eldergod, the movie is about class and control through advertising. I think it's more in advertising, in my opinion. Eldergod, Rattle Faraday, quote, Nielsen is an American science fiction author and cartoonist, most famous for his 1963 short story 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh wow, which was later used by Jar Carpenter as the basis for his 1988 film They Live. I did not know that. Super cool. Adropoulos, what about the fight scene in They Live with Roddy Piper trying to get the other guy to put on the sunglasses. Yeah, yeah, in the alley, right? And that's one of the things that was going around in the last 4 years. People were cutting that part out and saying anybody that questioned authority, mandates, regarding personal bodily autonomy and going against the Nuremberg Code, anybody that questioned authority, the people were considering them to be crazy. And you could bring as much proof as you wanted to those people who took their injections up the fucking chute, right? You could show them proof up the yin yang, up the yin yang, showing that some of these companies that were pushing these injections were the companies that have been fined the most in our societies, right? The most in our societies, more than any other company for doing wrong, lying, cheating, stealing, right? You could have brought those proofs. You could have brought any proof because we tried it. Many of us tried it. You try to put those effing sunglasses on their faces and say, look, mofo, look, mofo, what's going on, right? And if you don't know, you haven't watched this movie, please watch the movie. Watch the part in the alley, well, where Rodney Piper is trying to put on the sunglasses on his friend, right? Say, just put this on, man, you'll see what's going on. And the guy's saying, no, I want to be blind. I don't want to see what you see, because if I see what you see, my world will be turned upside down. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. And they fight. They just fight, beat the crap out of each other, right? Finally, the guy puts on the sunglasses, forces his friend to put on the sun, puts the sunglasses on for them, right? And within 2 seconds, the guy goes, oh shit, what's going on, right? Some people, that actually happened to them in the last couple of years after they took their injections, right? But very few have put on those sunglasses. Very few have put on those sunglasses, as far as I'm concerned, anyway. So that clip was going around online for the last 3-4 years, right? Hardcore. Put on the sunglasses. Put on the sunglasses, mofo. And people, nope, we ain't gonna do it, right? The most important scene in the movie, some would say, right? Platonic pluralist John Carpenter seemed to have had left liberal conversational political personality. The movie and the story of it is going beyond that, which makes it good. Yeah, agreed, 100%. Crummy VCR on CensorTube because they can't fathom being the villain, so it in their mind they justify options as fact. Laugh out loud is really funny. It's really crazy. It's really crazy. Crummy VCR, for they live. Why put on the glasses when you medicate yourself to a sedated coma? Yeah. P. Higgs, hello Chycho. I watched Pi. I don't remember what the other movies were. We're gonna go through them. One of them is this one. They Live. Couldn't get past the beginning of Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings. Was that the first time you're watching it, P. Higgs? But we'll talk about Lord of the Rings. Eldergod, the fight is a metaphor. The fight is a metaphor. Laugh out loud. Any Big Trouble in Little China fans, 100%. Fantastic. I've seen that movie I don't know how many times. I loved it. So funny. I loved it as a kid. I loved it as a young adult. I loved it as a middle-aged person. I loved it as old as I am now. I'm gonna love it until the day I die. The comic books, I got the comic books as well. Straff on Rumble. Straff on Rumble, and The Thing might be my favorite horror movie of all time. Fantastic. I love The Thing. I agree with you, Strafe. Carpenter is a prime example of a director who was amazing in the 1980s but started losing his touch in the 1990s. Mr. Chang, thoughts on Christopher Nolan and Denis Villeneuve? Thoughts on current state of we can talk about this after we talk about the movies. uh, uh, Marvel is DC did shit with the movies, and Marvel started off good, but man, the woke agenda is killing them, right? As we knew they would, right? As we knew that, but they're following the cycle of comic books in general, right? Comic books sometimes they have an amazing time, and they bad, boom, 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 right? Eldergod. Nada struggled to convince his friend of the truth, and yes, COVID and the injections is definitely related, right? T3A Chicho. It's a great movie. I saw it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dune 2. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Uh, Nada means nothing in Spanish. Oh, nada means nothing in Spanish. Same as Nemo, and Neo as a single person. Nada was us all. He fought for humanity. Oh, I didn't make that connection. What? Eldergod analyzing the crap that they live. Nice, nice. Padre. He usually does have some deep messages in movies. Yeah, yeah. Chris Carpenter. Eldergod. One more thing. The first dialogue in the film is quote, "They are controlling us," end quote, by a blind preacher. Yeah, oh, standing in the corner. That's right. He comes in later on too. He's the one they're beating up. Before he is arrested by the police, he screams, quote, "Wake up, please wake up," end quote, showing a sense of urgency to the movie timeline. I'd like to sit down, like if I was taking a movie class, They Live would be one of the ones I would love to see and analyze, right? I'm pretty sure movie in liberal, in a lot of colleges and universities, people paid a lot of money to analyze They Live, write papers on it. Padre, the opening scene in the frog is a really cool one to me. In the fog, yeah, the fog. Just an old guy telling a ghost story around the campfire. Oh, I don't remember the opening scene of the fog. The fog was really good, by the way. I really liked it. It was depressing, right? Very depressing. Strafe. DC was dead on arrival, and Marvel has been going downhill for quite some time now. Yeah, agreed. DC, oh man, brutal, brutal. Some of the movies they put out. Wish they could do better. They could make a comeback if they ever made a legit Lobo movie. Padre, do you think there's a Matrix genre in the movies now? Probably, yeah. They Live is one of them, right? For sure. I couldn't remember. Yes, I've never been a big TV or movie person. Higgs says on CensorTube. I just need more ganja to enjoy that type of thing. At least since my late 20s, I don't think I may start trying out anime. Oh, I do think I might. Dude, start trying out anime. Anime is amazing. Anime is my favorite genre of visual entertainment, like really, because they tell some of the most amazing stories, right? They're not bound by as many censors. There's way more diverse stuff out there. It's amazing, amazing. Ediopolis. What is the meaning of They Live? In 2017, in response to a neo-Nazi interpretation of the film's theme, Carpenter further clarified that the film, quote, is about yuppies and unrestrained capitalism, end quote, and quote, has nothing to do with Jewish control of world, end quote. Yeah, I assume that's what the message was from the beginning of They Live. It's about capitalism, but I think it was more than capitalism. I think it maybe he thought the secret institutions that are ruling over us or controlling society were yuppies, but I think it's clear now that they're secret societies that are on boards of directors of multiple companies and controlling multiple governments, right? And they are really if Carpenter called them yuppies. Like, yes, see them calling them yuppies, but I guess so, whatever. And he's calling that capitalism. But I think his art uh, has gone beyond him, beyond his understanding, right? Like, look at who's that horror writer, Stephen King, right? Look at Stephen King. His stories phenomenal in terms of horror and a little sci-fi, but horror and stuff like this. But he turned into a total clown, right? On the level of Schwarzenegger and Neil, what's his name, the Kiss singer and stuff like this. If you know what I'm talking about, right? That's found out on Google. Yeah, in an interview, John Carpenter from 1980s talked about this, saying that they live was about capitalism, Reagan, and Bush, and blah blah blah. But I think his art has surpassed him, in my opinion. Higgs, Japanese storytelling is a little different from the West, as far as it varies. It varies in the storyteller. Higgs, amazing. Inception, Goofy's mentioning Inception. Have we talked what we want to talk about for They Live? Should we go on to Inception? Strafe. It's a shame that Roddy Piper never had a starring role in another big film, because the man cannot. He did phenomenal, man. He could have, like, he should have had way more roles. I agree with you, and he did phenomenal, and he could have done so much more. I'm not sure what the deal was, why he wasn't given any major roles again. Maybe he talked too much, right? Mr. Chang, secret societies in the name of Zionist globalists, in the name of a globalist period. I would say, I think Zionists would be a faction of it. Neocon is another faction. Corporatist globalist is another faction. It's just they're different factions. Oh, Inception we talked about before. I personally didn't like Inception. Goofy said Inception. I thought he was mentioning Interstellar. Eldergod, another thing. Nada's story about his father in the hotel room was an analogy of the control of the government over time. Oh, I gotta remember that story. Padre, I guess there is. I just don't know if they're really been cataloged. Yeah, I wonder if IMDb has a search for it. Be uncensored tube. Hello from Ireland. Salutations, Ireland. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Tenet. Mr. Chang, I like Tenet better than Inception. On Rumble, Mr. Chang is asking. Eldergod, the revolution used religious places to hide in plain sight, showing capitalism doesn't care about religion. Yeah, it was everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Lonely Piggy, salutations. Hope you're doing well. Eldergod, a long time ago, things were different, man. My old daddy, here's a story. My old daddy took me down to the river, kicked my ass, told me about the power and the glory. I was saved. He changed when I was little, turned mean, and started tearing at me. So I ran away when I was 13. He tried to cut me once, big old razor blade, held it up against my throat. Got news for him. They're gonna be hell to pay, cause I ain't daddy's little boy no more. Nice. Nice. It's a great movie, man. It's a great movie. Fantastic. Strafe, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Roddy Piper was given the Mel Gibson treatment by Hollywood. Yeah. But Mel Gibson was lucky. He had enough funds to fund his own projects, right? Mr. Chang, do you think Disney can come back after woke disaster? They might at some point. Yeah, they might at some point, but not in this iteration. I think there needs to be a serious reset. But Disney is an evil company, right? Personally, I hope they go bankrupt and they sell off all their assets, so decentralize Disney's property rights, the IPs, right? So there needs to be a reset to a certain degree. Plutonic plurals, they live, a white working class man and a black man together against an power grabbing elite that is a group of its own and has collaborators. 2024, 2024, 2024. I'm here to strafe is saying the quote. I'm here to chew ass and kick bubblegum. I'm here to chew bubblegum, kick some ass, and I'm all out of ass. Are you rephrasing it? Hilarious, hilarious. Next movie. Oh, let me read a couple more things. Comments. Here's one on CensorTube. Crummy VCR. Piper was told he wasn't a good fit for most roles because he had very strong views about things. Yeah, yeah, that'll fuck you up in Hollywood, right? You better bend over and put on that lady's dress and have that inauguration happening, initiation happening with you, right? Thanos, salutations to Greece, salutations from the west coast of Canada, from an Armenian brother to a Greek. Image Commons decentralized, I think. Yeah, Image Commons decentralized, just a platform label that they printed out. Everybody owns their own rights and stuff like this. I'm sure that how it went. Plutonic plurals, and the story is about government control over time. Padre, and the story is about government control over time. Plutonic was betrayed by white liberal woman. Oh, I didn't even connect that. But could have been a man too, of course. Both sexes and genders have their weaknesses. Oh, I didn't even think about that part. Everybody sees it from a certain lens, right? Everyone sees it from a certain lens. Awesome, gang. Let's go to the next movie. Let's go to the next movie. So what are our ratings for They Live? I give They Live a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Drop your numbers right now, because before we take this down, we got to do our numbers. What's everyone's ratings on it? I say 10 out of 10. Eldergod is 8 out of 10. Eldergod is 8 out of 10. Crummy VCR, cheers from Croatia. Croatia, salutations. Salutations. Andropolis goes 7.3. Goofy goes 8. Real Xenomorph is 9. Padre says Carpenter put a lot in the which he didn't intend, it seems. Laugh out loud. 10 out of 10. Pink QB says 9 out of 10. Crummy VCR says 10 out of 10. Clumsy Comics Australia, salutations, salutations. We got Greece, we got Australia, we got Croatia, we got somewhere else too. We got UK, that we know. We got Ireland going on. We got the United States going on. I don't know where else we got going on. So basically, average, we're talking 8.5, 9 out of 10, right? So that's pretty good. That's pretty good, right? Plutonic Forest got to switch to the Rumble. Very slow laptop again. I'll be reading the Rumble chat too. I got that open. Gang, let's take They Live Down. Highly recommended movie. Which movie should we look into? Let's go. Since we brought up Pi, should we do Pi? Let's do Pi, gang. Pi from 1988. From one classic, They Live, from 1988. We jump to another cult classic, Pi, from 1998. From 1990. I knew Eldergod was gonna hate this movie. Eldergod, you hated this movie, did you not? You must have hated this movie, right? You must have hated it. You must have hated it. Goofy says Pi is 10 out of 10. Patterns everywhere, patterns everywhere, patterns everywhere, and it's all connected up to Pi. And if you follow economics, Martin Armstrong, his whole model, he's got a lot of things associated with the business cycle that follow Pi. And as a mathematician, Pi is phenomenal. You know, that's probably one reason they focused on this movie, calling it Pi, right? Goofy, the subway scene is creepy as fuck. Yeah. One thing, you know what, I liked it better the first and the second time I saw it. This time I didn't like it as much as the first time. Okay, and one thing I found was the extreme noise level was very jarring to me, which is what it was trying to do. When I was younger, I could tolerate it. As I was older, maybe I was in the mind, the mood set with the extreme jumping from, and when he was getting the migraines and stuff like this. Eldergod, enslavement by obsession, enslavement by, and that's another theme that was in another movie. Plutonic Flores is on Rumble Strafe. I love it or hate it. There's no movie like Pi. Yeah, Pi is a very good movie. Would I say there's no movie like Pi? I'm pretty sure I've seen movies that are similar to Pi, but not on that extreme level. It was very unique, very unique. Elder God was the hardest movie to find. Was it this one? Pi? No, it's crazy easy to find for me, right? Higgs, well, it wasn't the most memorable movie, but it was SPM what interest somewhat interesting, was somewhat uninteresting. Yeah, it was interesting, but I had a hard time watching it, to tell you the truth. I had to watch it in two sittings. uh, I had to take a break between them, right? So I watched it and then took a break for an hour or something, and then went back to it to watch it. I personally wouldn't watch this again. I think it's not a movie that I want to see again. They Live, I would watch again, for sure, for sure, right? Mr. Chang, I might check it out. If look, if you like sort of occultic pattern, deeper meaning in, if you like fractals, if you like mathematics, if you like sort of a critique of extremes in society, like, because it dealt with because everything is a pattern, everything is cycle. That's one of the reasons I love mathematics and I love trigonometry, because everything's cyclic, right? So it's about finding patterns and finding the code to life, right? So this movie tries to deal with both of them from a visual, auditory, sort of artistic point of view presentation, right? It deals with patterns when it comes to looking at the markets, and it deals with the code in existence when it comes to talking about, fanatic cultists trying to find, I'm not, I don't want to give too much spoilers, right? Code in all of life, right? So intellectually is very very good, very good. But I wouldn't watch it again. And on my first viewing, I would have given this a 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. Right now, personally, for me, I'm gonna wait until people's comments go. I would give it lower. I'll say at the end. Primer, Goofy. Primer is kind of like this movie. Yeah, Primer is very good as well. I've seen Primer a couple of times, but I haven't seen it for a long time. And that's time travel. Very good movie as well. Classic, classic. Elder God. Saul was Max's tether to sanity until he succumbed to his own obsession. The more Max went down the rabbit hole, the more his social character was reduced. Goofy, I've only seen this once, so 10 out of 10 for me. Nice. Sometimes never rewatch movies you've seen in the past that you really liked, right? For example, never watch Jaws again, because it's pretty bad as far as I'm concerned. Straight, according to the director, the subway scenes in Pi were illegally filmed to save $18,000 in fees, I guess, and they had fees, and they had someone serve as lookout to warn if the police showed up. Ha ha ha. Yeah, for sure. Why wouldn't you, right? Why would you pay the city the dues, right? Higgs on censorship. I'm having a hard time remembering the plot of the movie. What he trying to decode the Old Testament, and that was part of it. Trying to, and it wasn't the Old Testament; it was a Torah. They're trying to find a number in a Torah, but I'm not going to tell you what that number represents. Okay, I'm not going to tell you what that number represents. Laugh out loud. Primer indeed. Great scenario. Scenario writing. Great writing. Great writing. Night. Oh, Night. $18,000 a night. Oof. Yeah. Film that shit on the download, right? Joe Chicho. I interpret the meaning as being that life isn't to solely analyze, but to experience. I think that why he finds peace at the end. He simply experiences nature without trying to analyze it. Possibly, Joe. Yeah, for me, I didn't look at it from that perspective. I looked at it from the perspective of obsession, uh, like obsession, addiction, uh, and pattern recognition. And pattern, that is one of the best quotes I know of that I've heard of in the past, is human beings are so good at finding patterns that we find patterns where patterns don't exist, right? That's how good we are at finding patterns. So patterns become an obsession, right? Every gambler knows this, or they should know this, right? If they don't, they're probably still addicted to gambling, right? But there's patterns in everything, and there are patterns, there are waves you can ride, but that doesn't mean necessarily that you can control that wave. You can um, you can uh, you can model that wave, where you can predict that wave, right? You might be able to ride a wave for a short period of time, right? Depending on what the wave is, the time span, frequency on it, but you cannot control it, and you cannot predict it outside of the time frame that you're able to ride that wave for, right? Because it can turn on you. It's like psychedelics, they can turn on you, right? Let's give it a platonic first. Let's give it a number: 3.14159265358979323384626433383, and so on. I had a student once that he he remembered pi up to 500 or 1,000. I can't remember which one. Numbers, at least a couple of hundred, right? Eldergod, I found the movie absolutely brilliant. You found Pi absolutely brilliant? Seriously? Did you like it? No way. I would have thought you hated this movie. uh Eldergod, Max attacks the right side of his head throughout the movie, trying to destroy the intuition and art inside of his mind. Oh snap, I never connected that. I never connected that. The analytical side is here, and we know what he did at the end. What? I didn't take it that far. That's great. That's right. Bam, bam, bam. Joe Chicho, and the three different groups of people who wanted the pattern all wanted it for different ends. All wanted it for different ends, right? Uh, Joe, did you notice that at the end, the answer to the last math question, the girl asks, approaches pi, does it? No, I didn't notice it. I didn't notice it. What? That's the ratio. Nice, nice. Or ratio that approaches pi. So 748 divided by 238. Very cool, very cool, very cool. Goofy. My math teacher in college sees patterns everywhere. He was telling us, about the golden ratio. Yeah, the golden ratio is one of the ones they go to, right? And mathematicians, I've known a few in university. They ain't healthy beings, but there's major issues there. Elder God, Max's childhood experience of looking into the sun. Yeah, that was super cool. Reminds me of uh, Icarus getting too close to the sun, and basically helps Max to surpass human boundaries later on. Oh, very cool, very cool, very cool, very cool. And Joe Chicho, I never understood the part of the film where that slime appears uh, on his computer with the ants, right? I don't know. I don't know what the slime was supposed to represent. Elder God? Anybody? I don't know. I think it was just nature. That's the way, but I didn't go too deep into it, like the way Eldergod and Padre and Joe and people are going into, right? Plutonic Polaris, a different let's see strafe on Rumble. I actually rewatched Jaws a few months ago, and it really doesn't hold up all that well. No, I think it's just the premise of a shark killing beachgoers that people found so scary, not the actual film. And I think it's because people keep on going to the beach. Like when you go to the beach, you see waves, you're like, oh, scary. But man, Jaws is bad movie. Bad movie. Plutonic first, uh, a difference a difference whether you want to construct a pattern or you want to discover one. But relying on reality or truth, you got to discern true patterns from only appearing so ones. Yeah, beautiful minds, beautiful mind. Yeah, that was a great movie too regarding patterns, right? That was a beautiful movie. Temporary Priest Studio A24 movies are just different. Nice. I don't know how many of those their movies I've seen. I should go down the studio. I do it for anime. Look at the studio. Look at some of the movies they put out or TV shows, animes, and I watch them. Good movie. So, gang, what's your rating on Pi? What are you guys rating it? I give it 7.5 out of 10. The first time I saw it, it was 9.5 out of 10. Maybe my tolerance for it is depreciated. I love Green Knight. Goofy says 10 out of 10. Elder God, and everyone who finds out about the pattern become corrupted by the power for their own reasons. The broker for me was so bad. The broker. Oh, the black lady. Yeah, nasty. That one. So evil, so evil, right? Relentless. Damn. Not bad. Higgs, what is average? I don't know what average is. I'm having a hard time remembering the. Oh, okay, read that. Strafe. I'd give it an 8.5, but it's definitely an acquired taste. It is an acquired taste. So I got 7.5. We got an 8.5. We got a 10 out of 10. We got a 9 out of 10 for Elder God. Elder God, I would have been willing to bet that you would have given it like 2 out of 10, but 9 out of 10. Awesome. Real Xenomorph, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Very cool. So I'm giving it the lowest rating so far. Okay. Nice. Maybe I need to watch it during a time when I can handle the noise levels kicking in and out. Right? Joe Chicho, I think it was also trying to talk about always to understand everything logically. Possibly, maybe, because that's the approach he was taking it. It can lead to insanity, right? One of my favorite documentaries is unlawful knowledge or something. It's about 3 mathematicians that went down the rabbit hole regarding infinity, and they all went crazy. One of them killed themselves, another one, 2 of them were insane asylum, or 2 killed themselves. Eldergod, I am an obsessed character. Cancel electrical appliances. On a scale of 1 to 10, Jennifer Love Hewitt. Jennifer Love Hewitt. When? Young Jennifer Love Hewitt or older Jennifer Love Hewitt? Okay, gang, let's go to the next movie. Which one should we go to? Should we go to, let's go epic. Lord of Rings 2020, 2001. Lord of Rings Fellowship of the Ring. Lord of Rings Fellowship of the Ring. Right? What say we? Who hasn't seen this yet? Lord of Rings, all the guys says. Oh no, I watched no movies. Miss Balloon has, you didn't watch any movies? You must have seen Lord of the Rings when it first came out or at some point, right? I've seen this a million. I've seen it so many times, dude. And I actually tell you the truth, I had a hard time starting to watch it because I've already seen it like I don't know 4 or 5 times, right? So I was like, oh man, I gotta sit down and watch it again for 3 hours. But then once I started watching it, I was delighted. I just loved watching it. It was fun. It was emotional. You know, got you teary eyed. It was so beautifully shot. It was epic. It was really good. It was really easy to find a nice copy, right? So it was a great movie, great movie, of course, and it's aged well. 23 years, right? How could it not age well? It was fantastic. Lonely Piggy, the start of the greatest franchise ever made. This is the greatest franchise. John Wick could be the greatest franchise. Miss Bloom, I've seen this one at least once. At least hilarious. Eldergod. Okay, here we go. Oh, Eldergod's gonna lay it in, lay it in. Nice, nice. Miss Boone has. I'll watch them this week. I meant to go on a bender this past weekend. I'll watch all six. Nice. They are remaking this already. No, they're not remaking Lord of the Rings. You can't make Lord of the Rings. Controller Zen. Welcome back, by the way. Hello, good sir. Emil Jansen on Sensor Tube. Salutations, salutations. Plutonic Plus. What is this Lord of the Rings about? Hilarious. We made a family. We made a family watch all three Lord of the Rings, 1 to 3 once. Should do that again. Yeah, marathons like that are amazing, right? Strift, watching the original Lord of the Rings trilogy is a must, especially the extended edition. Just pretend that the Hobbit trilogy and Amazon show never happened. Hilarious. Miss Chang, nice. Hobbit's not bad. Hobbit's not bad. I agree. Hobbit wasn't bad. Wasn't bad. This is Chang, nice. Classic, classic, classic. They're making Lord of the Rings. They can't be controllers. Then is it? Are we getting a second on this? I haven't heard this. Who Frodo's gonna be what? A girl? What are they gonna do with it? Like, if you made an animation, okay. Eldergod. And by the way, the 1978 animation, Lord of the Rings, is fantastic, right? I wish they had enough money to make the whole thing. Eldergod. The One Ring is centralized power, and the Fellowship are Chichonians, and everyone wants freedom and accountability of Sauron and his fascist Uruguay minions. I love your interpretation, Elder God. Hilarious. 11 out of 10. We give it an 11 out of 10. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Pink QB, I don't think so. Goofy. Thoughts on Lord of the Rings TV show on Amazon, chycho? I didn't mind it. I know Elder God hated it. Elder God, I'm putting words in your mouth, right? I didn't mind it. I liked it, but I'm a sucker for sci-fi and fantasy. Like, really, I just love sci-fi and fantasy. Padre, did you guys ever see the Hobbit cartoon? Yeah, so good, so good. Lord of the Rings cartoon, so effing good. Came out the same time with Clash of the Titans. If you remember Clash of the Titans, I saw it the first time I saw a Lord of the Rings cartoon was in the theater. It was a double bill of Clash of the Titans and Lord of the Rings in 1978 or 79 when I was like 11 years old. Phenomenal. Kitty heaven. 7Y. The Plutarch Amazon of the Amazon of the Rings could be okay. Bit sounds wacky. Is Chycho Gandalf? I don't know. I don't. I got Gandalf's sword actually, Glimmer. I should have brought my sword. Right? Strafe. The Hobbit is not terrible, but it couldn't have been a trilogy. Yeah, they made it way too long, and it was brutal. So the first part was okay, but then it got really bad. It got really, the worst part was them in the mountain with chasing the dragon. Oh, I totally forgot about that. Oh man, Hobbit sucks. And they're doing the roller coaster ride with the thing. Oh man, that was like them doing product placement for the Hobbit video game and Hobbit amusement park roller coaster. Oh, that got me so pissed off actually. Yep, I agree. Hobbit garbage, garbage. The Hobbit, that garbage. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Where there's a whip, there's a way. And uncensored. The Lord of the Rings cartoon was made by the same guy that made Fritz the Cat. Yeah, weird connection. Weird connection. Fritz the Cat was really good too, but Lord of the Rings cartoon was amazing. That was promo for Lord of the Rings Park. Yeah, Platonic Bloris. Da, 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 da. Let me see. Let me get caught up. Lord, Lonely Piggy. I bought my brother a replica of Adurel for Christmas a few years ago. It's so sick and really heavy. Nice. We bought the Glimmer Gandalf sword for the Fellowship of the Ring, first Lord of the Rings family purchase. This is your all favorite Lord of the Rings movie, Padre. Which is your all favorite Lord of the Rings movie? I think it's just one movie cut into three parts, in my opinion. Oh my god. For Tolk to ring that for Tolk, the ring was an analogy of new machines of destruction during World War I. Basically, the ring brought war to the lands whilst keeping the Dark Lord away from the destruction. Really cool, cool, cool. Eldergod says, Padre, the river raft scene looked like they filmed it on a GoPro. Ralph Bakshi. Yeah. Two Towers really hit the spot. A Lonely Picket says Two Towers really hit the spot. Extended edition. So yeah, all the Lord of the Rings movies need to be watched extended edition. Okay. I think that this one that I watched was over 3 hours. I can't remember how long it was. Over 3 hours. It was it was a director's cut or extended edition. If you're gonna put the time in, put it in right. And gang, there isn't much to say about this other than like it was a phenomenal adaptation of a epic classic, right? Like really very well done, very well done. Bravo, bravo, right? Padre, good point. I liked Two Towers when they first were coming out. Extended is the only way to go. Extended is the only way to go. Lonely Piggy. And a nice like 10-hour worth of movies. Yeah. Plutonic Flores gives it 11 out of 10. Nice, nice. Strafe, I'm not as big a fan of the cartoon Lord of the Rings as some people, but they did much better job with Sauron by portraying him as a true enigmatic force of evil instead of just a big red eye. Yeah, yeah, and that's they did they interpret that too directly. I think that's the only complaint I would have for Lord of the Rings. I just didn't like that big eye just all the time representing Sauron. Right. Controllers. Then I loved all the films. My buddies and I would hotbox the car before going into the theater. The scariest part was walking through the lobby. All the employees were like ring that was about. I was afraid I'd find out and call the cops. Nice. I saw this thing at least a couple of times in the theater. Mushrooms, a fun guy. It was great. The first time I saw it, most definitely 100% on Fungi. And I saw it, I remember who I saw it with a really good friend of mine and his friend. And my friend is no longer with us. Michael, rest in peace, brother. You're an amazing human being. And we both loved it. And we both loved it. And he didn't do Fungi, I did. I like movie theaters and Fungi. I used to anyway. And man, poof. So powerful. You get teary eyed. Oh my god, so heavy, scary ring race, super 3D. Who needs glasses, man? Oh my god. If any of the fellowship used the One Ring, then there would have corrupted their world with self-righteousness, goodness. Miss Balloon has Liv Taylor. It's just beautiful in this movie. Such a great, yeah. pick. Yeah, agreed, agreed. She did a fantastic Elf, right? And that's Aerosmith's what do you call it? The lead singer's daughter, right? Lonely Piggy. The saga is an easy 10 out of 10 for me, regardless of which movie. They're all amazing. They're all amazing. I agreed. Agreed. Eldergod. The Hobbit's journey of peril in a barren land was also an analogy of Tolk and his friends during World War One. Cool. Controllers and shrooming. Whoa, I can't even imagine. I did. It was phenomenal. Would do again. Would do again. I do not recommend that. I'm not endorsing. I'm not promoting. I'm just sharing. Padre, oh my, when there's dark scenes, a heaviness descends on the theater. Yeah, huge, huge, dude. You should have felt it. Well, everyone did. And then, man, there were times where I had tears coming to down my eyes, right? All the loving and stuff. Oh my. Lonely Vicky. See, my main complaint about the Amazon show, the elves, they don't feel like elves. Nothing like the Lord of the Rings elves we've had in the past. That I would agree with, Padre. And I bet it made the soundtrack really soar. Yeah. Pink QB 10 10. Return of the King. Oh, Return of the King 8.5. 8.5, Padre. Hell yeah, I know you are. Strafe. Let's see. Uh, good enhancer. Plutonic Forest is a good enhancer. Good on enhancers. Yeah, yeah. 100% strafe. The extended Lord of the Rings trilogy is probably the best movie trilogy of all time. Let's see what else would come close. John Wick is really good. John Wick is really good. It's one of the best. I would say, right? The Nazgul, the Nazgoth are another analogy of the five eyes of Europe, looking for ultimate power for their world economic forum masters. Awesome. Wait, I skip it. Not worth it. Which one? Her things about Amazon show. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Miss Balloon has it. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it. I know a lot of people hated it. Straight, sorry, Star Wars fans, but the Return of the Jedi was a mixed bag. I agree. Too much fluffiness. Goofy. It's a 10 out of 10. I was obsessed with the Lord of the Rings universe. Yeah, I would give it a Lord of the Rings 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10. It's a must watch, right? I mean, Lord of the Rings on psychedelic seems like my worst nightmare. Oh, so good. I live and die for that shit. Man, I love that stuff. Oh my god. Gandalf had 5 eagles waiting around the corner from Dorth Mines. Did he? I can't remember. Did he? Oh, I can't remember that part. I'd say the Austin Powers trilogy might be no. Lonely Mickey, hilarious. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Too funny, too funny. Okay, gang. I don't think anyone's given it less than a 10. Oh no, Pink QB gave the Return of the King 8.5. Okay, but everybody else has given it 10 out of 10 so far, right? Ali, salutations on censored. Hi Chicho, how are you doing? I'm late to the live stream, but glad to join. Glad to have you, Ali. Glad to have you. Fly, you fools, fly. Eldergod is 10 out of 10. Gang, everybody's 10 out of 10. Bravo, 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 bravo. Okay, gang, let's do our next movie. Let's do our next movie. So we did Pie, we did Lord of the Rings, we did They Live. Which one should we go with? Dredd. Should we go with Dredd? Dredd? Dredd 2012. Everyone needs a friend like Sam. 100%. 100%. Padre, I can't say anything bad about the Austin Powers trilogy. It's true. I haven't seen all of them. I just saw the first one. Amount of culture, I see. Amount of culture. Hilarious. Indeed. Everyone needs a friend like Sam. Yeah. Who talks for us saying indeed. Judgment Time, the phenomenal interpretation adaptation of the Dredd like folklore, like really fantastic, beautiful movie, beautiful movie, beautiful movie. Lee Graham, salutations on Sensitive. Hope you're doing well. Bad, you didn't like it, Ali? I thought it was a great remake. It was better than the Sylvester Stallone one. The Sylvester Stallone one wasn't bad. I liked it. I liked it because I like Dredd, so it was fun. But this one was true to character. Fantastic, dark, nasty, unforgiving. Like, boom, right? This Lonely Piggy, this remake, Dread was fucking wild. Yeah, yeah. Miss Balloon Hands love Sam. Sam loved everybody. Emil Jansen, 10 out of 10 for sure. 10 out of 10 for me. Judge Dredd, 10 out of 10. And I didn't watch it in 3D. I don't know why I got the 3D poster there. I watched it straight up. Little mushrooms might have been involved, but I can't remember. Controls that OT capitalizing on this film uh, by making us more in is baffling. I I love this one. I loved it as well. I loved it as well. I loved it as well. Dread through his actions shows his character and commitment to the law without speaking much. Yeah, yeah, and the way he treated his what do you call it? Not apprentice, but rookie, the rookie, right? Phenomenal. And Dredd stuck to the law, right? Stuck to the law, right? So he wasn't corrupted cop. Like, you don't get the sense of Dredd having a smidgen of corruption in him, right? Trainee with voodoo powers, trainee with voodoo powers, a mutant, right? A mutant, right? I saw Strife. I saw Dread in the theaters, and it was awesome. Even if it's basically a sci-fi version of the Raid, which is also awesome. Yeah, yeah. But I'm pretty sure Dread came way before, right? Emerson. The addition of that weird slow-mo drug had me questioning it a time, but looking back, I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. Yeah, yeah. Really loved it. Really loved it. Controllers. Then a year before this film, I saw the Raid. It reminded me a lot of that. Yeah. Eldergod. Dredd didn't have an arch. Reminded me of a no-name gunslinger coming to town. Almost secondary character. Almost secondary character. He was the narrator, or the what do they call that? The is a trope, this whatever in a story that moves the story along. What's that called? It's used to move the story along. That's what Dredd was. He was moving the story along. It is fantastic. Speaking of Les Graham says, speaking of comics, Ed Pescor, rest in peace. Ed Pescor, the name rings a bell, but I can't place it. Can you play some for us, Graham? He's more of a force of nature, Padre says, or the force of good. Yeah. Lonely Piggy, a plot device, a plot device. Thank you very much, Lonely Piggy. Yeah, Dredd was the plot device. Just moved the story along, right? Oh, Pescor did Hip Hop Family Tree. Cool. I have some of the singles of that. He passed. How old was he? Ed did the Hip Hop Family Tree comic. He wasn't that old, was he? He wasn't that old. Laugh out loud. The complex where action take place in this movie is not far from what was the Point City Tower in South Africa. Wild stuff, wild stuff, wild stuff. And Mama was amazing. Eldergod, to Mama he was death. She doesn't seem doesn't see him directly until he kills her, only in camera and smoking shadow. Haha, very cool. And the actress for Mama, phenomenal actress. She was in Game of Thrones. I'm pretty sure it was the same person, and she's been in some other sci-fi that I've seen. Phenomenal actress. Oh, he was 41. Damn, Ed Pescor 41. That's young, man. That's young. I wonder if it was climate change or getting too much sun or gardening or shoveling snow or sudden death. I don't know. Rest in peace. Whatever it was, rest in peace. Goofy, I was surprised when I found out that Cersei from Game of Thrones is the villain in this film. Yeah, yeah. Lena Headey, that's her name. Cool. Cersei Lannister. Cersei Lannister, we got both names. Nice. Lonely Piggy and Eldergod, they're on it. Yeah, she did phenomenal. Very good. Very good. And I just recently watched the TV series, the Beacon. She's also in a TV series, sci-fi TV series, The Beacon. I think it's called The Beacon. It was pretty good, right? Lescrow took his own life, unfortunately. Oh, he took his own life. Damn. Ali, yes, Chycho. Oh man. Too bad. Too bad. Da, da, da. Too awesome when it basically sci-fi version. In a time of political law, Plutonic Forest on Rumble. In a time of political lawfare and justified crumbling trust in Western institutions, Dredd is an alternative scenario. Yeah. Strafe, the Sylvester Stallone movie is a lot of fun, but he never should have taken his helmet off. And the first part of the Dredd movie with Sylvester Stallone was better than the second part, right? Which is something that happens with a lot of Hollywood movies, right? I've seen that one a couple of times, but I haven't seen it for a long time, so I don't remember too much. I just know the second half wasn't as good. Yeah, Dredd is a good movie, not Judge Dredd. The Scar, that Scar, yeah, she was ruthless in Dredd. The Lena Headey was ruthless in Dredd, like so effing good, so good. When she brings the hook, the knife, and the hacker person, when with I don't want to give spoilers. So good, so good. Plutonic Plurus, indeed. Second part was rather conventional and flattening of character. Yeah, for Judge Dredd with Sylvester Stallone, right? Eldergod, Anderson is the main character in my opinion. Full arc from rookie, doubtful judge, and finally experienced judge. You look ready. You look ready. The action sequences were very 80s for me. The action sequences were phenomenal. So effing good. So effing good. It was just a phenomenal movie. Really. First time chat. Lifeless. Yo, hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Ronnie, how are you doing? Quote, I'm the judge, jury, and the executioner. End quote. And hi. Oh, Ronnie says, lifeless. Review Ex Machina. Ex Machina was pretty good. That's the robot, the girl in the thing, right? But we'll have to watch it to do a review. I can't do a review now of Ex Machina. Yeah, I liked it. Pretty ruthless, I would say. Ruthless, pretty. It was psychological, really. Very much a psychological movie. It's a great movie. Yeah, I agree. One of my favorites. Yeah, I agree. I really enjoyed it, but made me angry at the end. Like the it had multiple stuff going on with naivety, science, AI, possibilities. It was a good movie. Good movie. Control Design. I was shocked how much I enjoyed Ex Machina. Yeah, it made me think about it for a while, for like a few days. So that is a sign of a great movie. Great storytelling, I would say. Do you know any other movies I would like since I like Ex Machina? Any other movies that you would like? Um, any other? Come and see. Lifeless. It heavier. Much. It's a war movie. It's a Russian war movie, but it has that anxiety associated with it that Ex Machina did. Right, that's what comes to mind right now. If you give me time and if I think about it for a few days, I'll probably come up with other movies, but something on that level that makes you think about it for a few days and has that anxiety associated with it, come and see. Awesome. I will catch it. Thanks. It's brutal movie. Lifeless. It's yeah, going like this. I hope you enjoy Russia. If you like war movies, it's my favorite war movie of all time and one of my favorite movies ever. Limit 77. What's up, Psycho Chicho? First time chat. I want the sequel was still would have had been amazing. Lifeless just subscribe. Thank you very much for subscribing, Lifeless. I hope you enjoy come and see. I hope you enjoy come and see. Ronnie Chicho, you should check out some oh, I've seen some Korean movies for sure. The Two Sisters thing, and I love Korean movies. They're great. Yeah, yeah. Parasite is fantastic. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, agreed. Koreans have some dark movies, man. Dark movies. Look at what do you call it? The oh my god, I've seen them all. The guy who gets kidnapped, and yeah, last train to Busan is amazing. Old Boy, thank you, Goofy. That's what I was thinking about. Old Boy, what a great movie. I've seen those movies so far. Tagu Kai, highly recommend Tagu. Is that the war movie? There's an amazing Korean war movie. So good, so good. Have Gita in there. I don't know. Sympathy for Mr. Oh, the Vengeance stuff is so effing good. The trilogy, Miss Vengeance or whatever it is. I haven't seen those forever. We're going off on Korean movies now. Part 2, Dark Baron against Dredd. Dark Baron against Dredd. Nice. Oh, Ali, the director of Ex Machina, did Annihilation, starring Natalie Portman. I liked Annihilation. I've read some reviews. People didn't like Annihilation. I didn't know it was the same director, but Annihilation I really liked. It was a fun movie. It was great sci-fi, and the old Judge Dredd movie was kind of amazing due to all the over-the-top extras, facial acting on the lower halves of everyone's face. Hilarious. Is the best Korean movie about the Korean War. That's the one, the war movie, right? It's so good. I'm pretty sure that's the one. La Fala Annihilation final scene blew my mind. Super good, super good. Is it a British series? Eldergod, which one? Eldergod strip. I have seen collecting. I have been collecting 2000 AD since 1984. Really nice. Yeah, and it's a British Plutonic. It's a British magazine format newspaper. Really, sort of comic book like Alan Moore, Judge Dredd, V for Vendetta. All of these came out of stories, and people came out of 2000 AD. Felt like a fever dream on a thing. Ali, thank you very much for the super chat on SensorTube. What are you drinking? Do you have any recommendations for me to make? Thanks. You know what? This is kombucha. It's lychee and jasmine kombucha. It's really nice. It's fizzy, and it's like, you know, it's got organic cane sugar, and you know, it's fermented and stuff. We plan on making our own kombucha, but we haven't created the space. I haven't got into it yet. We've been really busy. But kombucha. And thank you very much for the super chat, Ali. Salute, salute. Newspaper style, yeah. For 2018, Mr. Chang on Rumble. It's kind of out of this topic. What do you think of South Korea and Japan as countries, both politically and economically? Oh, that's a huge question. I've had both Korean and Japanese friends for the longest time, and I've associated a lot with both of them, and they're very different characters, very different people. One of the biggest differences you'll find between Koreans and Japanese is that Japanese can drink like a fish and maintain, and Koreans can drink like a fish, but they fall down pretty damn fast. They get drunk, super fast, super drunk, super fast. And Japanese have this tendency of lightness to them, while Koreans have a tendency of darkness to them. Might have to do with 500 years of occupation by the Japanese on the Koreans and stuff like this. So there's so much there. There's so much there. So much there. Hello, first time chat. Kepsio. Salutations. Eldergod. And one more thing, Mama was the direct opposite to Dredd. His controlled yang to her reckless yin. Yeah. They were on the one thing about the greatest movies, the greatest stories ever told. If the villain is on the same level as the hero or anti-hero, right? If they the worst ones are where the villains are no good and the heroes are like way above them in caliber, and vice versa, right? This one, Dredd and Mama, they were on the same level, right? On the same level, and it was beautiful to like to witness, right? To watch, right? Oh, you posted that. I missed it. Eldergod. Barf face salutations. How are you doing? Hi, Chycho and chat. I was trying kombucha earlier. I haven't had it much. Is it supposed to help with indigestion, or can it cause it? I don't know if it can cause it. It doesn't cause it for me, but it's good for the tummy. Kombucha is in general good for the tummy because it's got the culture in it. Probably intensifying working robots. Strife. Mama is how you make an actual strong female character and a genuinely frightened antagonist. Yeah, scary ass evil person, like someone who has gone through brutal time that has made them more brutal than what they went through as a defense mechanism to protect themselves. Ruthless, one of the most ruthless characters in cinema history, like really. Defense noted. Smash. Ronnie, I'm Korean. You're Korean. Yopaseyo. Kimchi, kalbi, japchae, bibimbap, bulgogi. These are all food names. I've eaten a lot of Korean food. I roommated with a Korean. I used to play cards like three nights, 2 nights, 3-day university. We roommated with the Korean university. We get home on Friday, and we call over his Korean friends and Japanese friends. We get together. One time we played from Friday night. Usually we play until Saturday afternoon. One time went from Friday night till Sunday afternoon. That was like a 48-hour card session. It was phenomenal. One time just me and him played for like 30 hours. It's crazy. Lava the waiting, aka stranger, aka Guksung, Korean her. Absolutely watch this. Oh, I don't know if I know this. I don't know that one. Oh my god, she gets her face also gets rescarred at the end. Defense noted. Smash. Barface. Cool, thanks for the info. I'll be lurking, listening to the movie chat. I agree about the dynamic between heroes and villains being more compelling when they are There are gray areas and the morality tropes. Yeah, yeah. Ronnie, great foods. Ronnie's laughing. My Korean brothers. Dredd and Mama are ultimate products of Mega City One. Yeah, ultimate products of their society, right? I like the scene with the Asian kid on Scary Movie 4 strip. On the topic of Korean movies, Joint Security Area. Oh, I've seen that one. I think is another really good movie and probably the best film about the DMZ between North Korea and I think that's the one maybe I'm thinking about. I can't remember now. Man, I gotta remember the names. I'm bad with names. Next, Interstellar. Okay, we're going with the next movie. I want to kill the person, the person who recommended it. Hilarious. Okay, gang. So Judge Dredd, what does everyone say? I say in terms of movies, 10 out of 10. Judge Dredd, 10 out of 10. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. What card games did you play? That crazy. A poker. We played poker, and he would invite Korean friends over, and they would play the Korean poker, the little cards. And I tried to get them to teach it to me. They said, "No, you cannot learn." All the Koreans would sit around drinking, talking, cha, cha, sitting down on the ground. They grab the cards, cha, and they laugh and stuff. I tried to tell them, "Look, teach it to me. I can learn it. I'm good. I'm good at cards. I'm good at games." And they wouldn't teach it to me. The fuckers. Right? I say 10 out of 10. Goofy says 8.5 for me. 8.5. Drop your numbers, gang. Drop your numbers. I'm gonna read them. I'm gonna read them before I take the poster down. I'll take another sip. Eldergod, 10 out of 10. I am the law. I am the law. Nice. When UK people say it's 10 out of 10, because Dredd is a 10 out of, is a UK product. It's a 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10. Okay, gang, let's take it down. Oh, it's a movie rating. It's a movie rating. Indeed. Today's no stream. It's no stream. Funny, funny. 2 out of Ali says 2 out of 10. Boo, Ali, boo. Laugh out loud says 8 out of 10. Ali brings our average down. Ali brings our average down. You're that hater on IMDb writing a review of things, right? Love it, love it. You have the right to rate it as a 2, Ali. You have a right to rate it as a 2. Funny. Streff, I'll give Dredd a 9 out of 10. Nice, nice. So we got 2, we got 8.5, we got 9, we got 10. I give it a 10, we got an 8. He's laughing. His 2 brings the average down to probably 7.5. He's the Rotten Tomato. He's been paid. Hilarious. I'm the hater, you're the hater. Okay, gang, we're taking Dredd down, and Eldergod's saying, let's talk about Interstellar 2014. Mr. Chang gave it an 8 out of 10 for Judge Dredd. Not Judge Dredd, for Dredd. Fun, fun. Okay, gang, movie rating Interstellar 2014. What does everyone say about this? Sci-fi. It's sci-fi. However, I got serious issues with this. Eldergod, I hated this movie. I love haters. I love it. I love it. Lee Graham says 7 out of 10. Lee, is that for Dredd or Interstellar? Interstellar, 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. I hated this movie. Barface. Oh, sorry to hear that. Da, da, da. I missed something. I loved Interstellar soundtrack. Soundtrack. I have a friend who watched this movie like once a week. Oh my. Overrated, but not as overrated as Inception or whatever it was, right? I haven't watched it. You haven't watched it, Ali? Yeah, it's sci-fi, way overrated because it has the woke agenda, it has the climate change agenda, all this jazz in it, right? So they're pushing it hard. Greta was probably part of it, right? Advisors. In Lonely Figure, Interstellar is definitely amazing on the first watch due to its twisted etc, but repeated viewing just don't hit the same. Yeah, Overrated. Xenophore says overrated it is. First time chat, Mr. Bigums. Biggin, Interstellar, Betari. I don't know what that's it. Yes, overrated. The most common comment we're getting is overrated. Eldergod, man, who wants to save his daughter? Hilarious. Lonely Piggy. Still, Austin Powers is better. Temporary priest. Greta was the daughter in spirit. There he is. Chiha, I agree. First watch was enjoyable. I actually, you know what? No, let me get caught up with this. Miss Boone has. I tried to watch this movie once, and the sound was really quiet, so I quit 5 minutes. And it sounds like maybe that was the for the best. Laugh out loud. That's why you're. I'm out. Laugh out loud, awesome. Too funny, too funny. Hilarious. Too funny. Mr. Bingham's Farsi. If Matthew McConaughey and then today no stream, if Matthew McConaughey wasn't the lead actor, it would be a 4 out of 10 for me. Elder God. Matt Damon, the demon. Sure not 100% asshole, like a total asshole. He did a great job with the assholeness of it, right? Like seriously. Oh, something Automat Zap Lonely Biggest things. Drekdi, what's your pick? Contact or Interstellar? Both had shitty endings. They're on the same. They're on the same level. They're on the same level. They're on the same level. I would probably rate Contact a little higher than Interstellar. I would rate Contact higher. I would rate Contact higher. Straight. Interstellar seems to be on Rumble. Interstellar seems to be a love it or hate it film, and I am that asshole who disagrees with both the lovers and haters and think it's just okay. I thought it was just okay as well. Straight. Sending dumb people into space is the norm for Hollywood films, not the exception. Real anymore, and it amazes me how they send dumb people into yeah. The only figure, his son understood his son urged to get the fuck out. Don't we all? That's Zimmer, amazing. Oh my god, I love seeing Chycho laugh. Miss Bloom has. A little bit better than that's it. Yeah. Mr. Chang says the Dark Knight Rises a little bit better than Interstellar. A little bit better. A little bit better. Black hole to a bookstore. Oh my god. To his daughter's bedroom. I just can't say anymore. Hilarious. If Hans Zimmerman didn't make this those scores, it'd definitely be 6 out of 10. Yeah, it's 8 out of 10. I would give it personally, I give it 6.5 out of 10. I would have given a 6 out of 10 the first time I saw it, because the first time I saw it, the story, if I remember correctly, I don't think I turned it off. The story ended in him floating in the bookshelf, right? And then everything got resolved. The one I saw, I believe it was a director's version, and there's an extra 15 minutes at the end where the story continues after that. I think I don't remember that from before, and the story continued after that. I don't know if I liked it without that part of being in it or with it being in it. I like some of the sci-fi, but some of the sci-fi was absolutely ridiculous because I can put aside my disbelief and stuff, but if you're approaching light speed black hole, but I put all that stuff away. I say, okay, there's the possibility of things happening in that light. I give it a 6.5 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Right? Sorry if this is an interjection, but quick question: is the original Blade Runner in your top 10? Yeah, original Blade Runner is amazing. Is it in my top 10? Probably, depending on what. It's in my top 10 sci-fi. That's guaranteed. Blade Runner is in my top 10 sci-fi. Depending on my mood, it would be in my top 10 most likely. Yeah, original Blade Runner's fucking phenomenal, right? uh I tried to watch Eldergod, water planet where they live 7 years on Earth and 1 hour where they are ridiculous. Lonely Piggy. To be fair, I would have left home and family to go space trip with Anne Hathaway too. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh God, he does it all for his daughter and is then asked to leave on her deathbed. Please, yeah, it was just. I feel so alone. Loved it. I loved it. I had to put away. I liked it as a sci-fi, as a story. It could have been like, because the premise is fantastic as sci-fi. The delivery was just, it had major problems in it. Major problems in it, right? Anne Hathaway mouth has his own. Don't today no stream says. Hilarious, hilarious. Strafe on Rumble. Christopher Nolan is very hit and miss for me. I love Memento. Memento was fantastic, and Insomnia. Insomnia was good. Thought that the Dark Knight trilogy was just good, not amazing. All of his films seem then since then have just been meh for me. Yeah, Memento, fantastic movie. Insomnia, very good movie. Very good movie. Very good movie. Interstellars is lackluster. Austin Powers. Lonely Piggy comes in. Controller said, Googling Anne Hathaway mouth orbit. Hilarious. Ronnie says, I loved Inception. I hated Inception. I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it at all. It is boring. I just found it so boring. I found all the characters pretentious. I didn't care for any of them. I wish the whole space would have just folded and crushed them all. End of movie. Oh, they all died. Thank you. Come again. Oh my God. Cooper trades his time with his children for his children to have time with theirs. Ronnie, I enjoyed Wolf on Wall Street. Wolf on Wall Street was fun. Yeah, Elder God. I also hate Inception. But Barface, I would love Anne Hathaway some gravity. That is all. That is all I'm going to say. Emil Jensen says 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10 coming out of censored too. What's the movie Nolan did with the two magicians, Christian Bale and yeah, that was a good movie. What was it called? Oh, what was it called? I forget what it was called. Perception. Forgot it also. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Prestige, Prestige. Yeah, the Prestige. Barface, Inception was quite overrated in my opinion. Yeah, like huge. Some decent cinematography, but also felt like baby's first intro to lucid dreaming. Hilarious. Eldergod. Michael Caine was the only good part of the movie. Yeah, to a certain degree. It's still, it was okay. Prestige is good. Yeah, the Prestige. Love that movie. Yeah, fantastic movie. So, gang, I think we trash talk Interstellar enough. Okay movie. We got 7.5. I'm giving it a 6.5. What else do we got for Interstellar? What are the ratings? Drop your numbers. Let's try to get an estimate. Real Xenomorph says 6.5. Goofy said 8 out of 10. Ronnie said 6 out of 10, I believe. Right? 8.5 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for Goofy. Ronnie says, I love the original soundtrack. Laugh Out Loud says, allow me to drop a 9 out of 10. Burn Holocaust says, burn it in hell. Plutonic Blur says 4 out of 10. Lonely Fakey, next vote we run for movies. If you all don't vote for my Austin Powers, we'll have issues there. Hilarious. And we got a controller Zen 77 out of 10. So average, we're talking about 7 7.5, 7.5 out of 10. So Emil from Jensen is about the average. 8 is average for me. 8 average. Okay, gang, that's Interstellar. So what do we got next? We did Lord of the Rings, we did Pi, we did Dredd, we did Interstellar, we did Lay Live, and we got ID from 1995. What a fucking phenomenal movie! What a phenomenal movie! Strife said 5 out of 10 for Interstellar, and Mr. Chang said 8 out of 10. Okay, okay. 5 to 6 Ronnie is an average for me. Gang, you think about this, because I got a little message for you, right? Because where this was filmed, there's a journalist being held in prison and being tortured for the last 10 years. So do not forget, free Assange, free Assange, free Assange. Julian Assange, publisher and journalist that has been crucified for trying to bring transparency and accountability of capitalist power to humanity, something that we desperately need in our societies. For more information, see wikileaks.org, defend.wikileaks.org, where countless resources available on free speech platforms. Gang, salute to Julian. Now for ID, I've never heard of ID. Controller Zen, Eldergod linked it up for us on CensorTube, where you could watch it for free. And there are platforms that you could find as well where you can watch it. Tenet was a weird film. Yeah, it wasn't so memorable for me. Okay, gang, if you haven't watched this movie, watch it. Eldergod was kind enough to link us to a source on our Gilded server. I'm going to link it up. If you go into, I'm not sure where you posted it, Eldergod. I think you posted it in movies and stuff like this. There's a link. Download in progress. Yeah, phenomenal movie, man. Phenomenal movie. Phenomenal movie. Okay. In the movie section, you should be able to find it. Padre, haven't seen, so I got the dip, but I'm gonna watch later. Watch it, Padre. You will love it. Fantastic movie. This defeats the purpose of stream. Please, no spoil, no spoilers. Oh, laugh out loud. We're gonna give you spoilers. Eldergod, to start, I have met Reese Dinsdale. Nice, nice. Hold on, hold on. Eldergod's dropping it. Eldergod's dropping it. So good, so good. All, like, for me, gang, I'll tell you right now, 10 out of 10. No doubt, no doubt. In terms of intensity, in terms of just downright fucking society, this thing is the most is the most powerful movie of the lot, right? That we had. Like, comparing it with Lord of the Rings, Pi, Dredd, Interstellar, They Live. Very powerful movie. Total critique of darkness, really, where it could go. Super phenomenal. Amazing acting, amazing storytelling, amazing cinematography, amazing emotional impact. Just absorbs you into the movie, right? Just really pulls you in, right? Like Lord of the Rings has emotional parts where it's like teary-eyed stuff like this, but it's Lord of the Rings to a certain degree is contrived. You can see it coming a mile away. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong, it's beautiful. This movie, you don't expect it, and it starts off in a sort of a light, bubbly, for me anyway, light-hearted, sort of cute, sort of fun, gritty type of like characters and storytelling, and it just gets dark and dark and dark and dark and dark and darker, darker, right? Eldergod just linked it up for us on our Twitch chat and on BitChute, and he provided 2 different links where you can watch the movie. Watch this movie, gang, really. And I don't mind if you need to leave the stream if you don't want any spoilers. Thank you for coming, and go watch this movie, okay? And go watch this movie. And just to give you a count, I'm just doing a little count. We got 13 people on CensorTube, 34 people on Rumble, and 34 people on Twitch, and 19 people on Rumble. If you haven't watched it, adios, go watch it. A really good movie, really good movie. uh, but so like, haven't seen this one, Goofy. You haven't seen that. I made sure. I just watched this last night. Okay, I made sure it was going to be the last one I saw because I watched the trailer, read the description for it. I went, "Oh, this is going to be heavy, heavy film," and I'm glad I left it to the end. Right? Well, see you later. Laugh out loud. Said, see you later. Thanks for popping and laugh out loud. Uh, I'm going to watch. Adios, Padre. Adios, adios, and Eldergod. Man, the one thing I wish, if I could understand that all the dialogue, it had so much slang and fast talking British like this going on that you had to, for me, I had to get into the rhythm of it because there are parts where I just didn't understand the slang at all. I don't like, they would be talking to each other. I'm like, what the F are they saying? Right? Elder, give me my marker, show me my line. Surely this is it, the edge. Eldergod, fucking love you, Gumbo. Oh man, Gumbo, what a character. Our first appearance of Gumbo, the first time we see him is in the stands, and all the people, and it's about it, it's centered around soccer hooliganism and stuff like this. And one of the beautiful things is they never show the game, right? They just show the crowd. Just, well, maybe they showed it, I can't remember now. I don't remember seeing any soccer being played, but they show the crowd just chanting, just trash talking the shit out of a player, and then a player scores and, oh, we love you, we love you. But the first time we saw Gumbo, this character is in the stands and everyone's just yelling and screaming, and this guy in the background is doing this twitchy stuff. You're like, what the fuck's wrong with that guy? You're thinking the guy's like drank too much and he's like twitchy. Eldergod, not a single football scene. Yeah, that's what I thought. And then you think this guy's like, okay, he's too drunk or something like this, and then you realize, no, there's a reason why he's like that. It's because he's Gumbo. Phenomenal, phenomenal, and not a football, soccer, hooligan movie where there is no football, soccer game scenes at all, right? That's brilliant storytelling because it wasn't about the football, ball, soccer at all, football at all. It was about the energy, the fanaticism, the camaraderie, the excitement, the challenge, the escapism, the darkness of it, the society, the full red rat level of who controls a society. One of the most brilliant scenes. Oh my God, do you agree? One of the most brilliant scenes is when the four cops are sitting in the office of their superior, and the sergeant that's with the four guys tells the superior, yeah, the guy, one of the guys is so brilliant, he was able to convince, fool the people into not thinking that it was a cop by telling them that he couldn't read and write, right? And the superior is like, how did you become a police officer when you don't know how to read and write? And they're all, the four the four cops are like, what? No, he pretended that he couldn't read and write. Like, that's centralized power. That's centralized power. Fucking brilliant. They didn't want to connect football with hooliganism. Okay. And to me, it wasn't really about hooliganism. It was about the society. It was about society. I made it up. And the guy's like, what the fuck? His anger towards the superior was fucking through the roof. Was through the roof. Was through the roof. Emerson on CensorTube regarding Interstellar, watch the extended version. There's like the end part, like 15 minutes or so, which was interesting to see. It didn't really add anything or take away anything from the movie because the movie was bland anyway. Right? Eldergod, I think me and you are the only ones who've seen this movie. Man, I would love to just hang around, go to the UK, hang around the bars, watch. Like, it really made you want to do that, want to get involved in that scene. For me, just to understand what the fuck it was that we're talking about half the time, right? I would love to go hang around the bars and drink and get drunk with these people and try to understand the lingo, right? and then rewatch this movie. I would be willing to do that for 6 months just to rewatch this movie and understand at least half of what else I watched. Plutonic Flores. I'm sorry, we'll watch it. I was pretty sure most people were not gonna watch this movie. This movie, I knew I was gonna watch no matter what, right? Eldergod, I expect you to act like police officers. If you did that, we'd be kicking your head in now. And then the fucking guy, their superiors turns to them and said, "Okay, now that you're done, you're gonna go do this. You're gonna go do this, and you two guys go dress as cops and go walk the streets." And the charge is like, "What the fuck are you talking about? If we walk the streets, they see us, they'll recognize us, and they'll kill us." Like, what the fuck? Crazy. Strap, I genuinely didn't expect ID to be as good as it was. I knew it was going to be good, but I didn't expect it to be as good as it was. So I'm with you, Strafe, on Rumble. I'm with you. I didn't expect it to be that good. It was really effing good. It was really bad. It was really phenomenal. Oh God, back to Sadwell in uniform madness. And by the way, oh God, like, this isn't a legit team, right? Was the town a legit town in UK? Was the location made up so it wouldn't be associated with a specific town in the UK? And the stadium, like, that's not a real stadium in a real town, is it? And I swear the bar is the same bar as a Peaky Blinders. Is it the same bar as Peaky Blinders? Like the TV show? Sadwell is in Southland, so it is a legit town. It is a legit town, eh? Okay, okay. How do people feel about that? No football team, no football. Oh, so they don't even have a football team. Okay, cool. That makes sense. So they don't make it. They don't make it about the town. Okay, okay, okay. Cool, cool, cool. And how is it? How is the reception of the movie? How is it portrayed in England? What do people think about it? Near Whitechapel, near Whitechapel. Okay. How do people feel about it in the UK? Is it regarded as like a like They Live? Like, is it an underground movie? Is it cult classic, or is it mainstream? Wapping is also a real place. Okay. The stadium. Was the stadium WAP? No, the stadium was called something else. What was the stadium called? But I wish. It's a cult. It's a cult. Yeah, fuck. So good. So good. Man, I swear. Eldergod, one day you'll have to do the subtitles for when they're talking. So for those of us that don't know the lingo, the UK bar pub talk conversations, what the hell it is that they're saying to each other? Like, really, I couldn't understand half the dialogue sometimes at some of the scenes. Many actors went on to big things from that movie. Really? Okay, so it was the beginning of many of those actors. Have you seen the new? No, I haven't seen LSB 19. I haven't seen the new Dune movie yet. I've only seen Dune Part 1. Once Dune Part 2 becomes available, I'm going to do 1 and 2 together, back to back. Strafe. The plot of the film was loosely based on quote, Operation Full Time, end quote, a Scotland Yard undercover operation which attempted to identify the leaders of the West Ham United FC's firm, the inner city firm ICF. Yeah, I got that when they started talking about the law, the power that they gave the police for them to do it, and all they were interested in was just nabbing some of the low life people, or some of the, you know, hooligans, I guess, not low life people, but hooligans and stuff. Quote, I'm saying you, and you are old fucking Bill. I'm saying you, and you are old fucking Bill. Operation Owl Goal. Operation Owl Goal. Own goal. So it was called Operation Own Goal, not Operation Full Time. Okay, Eldergod says on Rumble. Oper Operation Own Goal. Okay, okay, okay. And what this came out because in the 1990s during a World Cup, or there was an incident during the World Cup or European Championship where some of the football fans from the UK went to one of the European countries and some deaths occurred. Is that the law that was passed after that incident? At a stadium, there was some kind of stabbings and killings or something. I appreciate Operation Extra. We're extra time. We're in extra time. Yes, I have read the book by the real police. Cool, cool, cool. Very cool, very cool. A great movie, gang. Like really fantastic movie, and the relationships between the characters, so good, so good, so good. Like really, between the cop and the wives, and between the main cop and his wife, and just the darkness that he goes into, and the addiction, and 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 the the need for that adrenaline rush, the disconnect from everyday just regular activity and living for that moment, the calm, like it's sort of a war type sensation you would get, right? Quote, I don't know none of you. I don't know none of you, end quote. I can't remember where that was. He loses everything. Yeah. Wow. The last scene is like, you think it's going to end when he's alone at home. I was not expecting the last scene. The last scene was just mind-boggling. Was fucking brilliant. Not that he loses everything in the end. The everything is his mind as well. He lost his mind at the end as well, right? You could see him losing his mind throughout the whole movie, and at the end it was complete. He completely lost his mind. Brilliant. Emil Jensen says epic movie, and Emil gives ID 8 out of 10. I give ID 10 out of 10. Eldergod, I'm sure it's 10 out of 10 for you. You say it's one of your favorite movies, right? I'm not sure. Strafe has seen it as well. I wouldn't be surprised if IMDb and WikiLeaks got it all wrong. Oh, you got it on the Honest John to NN. What's NN stand for? Oh God, says 16 out of 10. 16 out of 10. Yeah, really phenomenal movie. I love it when a movie takes you on an emotional ride, gets you emotionally, like just physically, like just your energies invested in the movie, in the characters, and just annihilates you at the end. Annihilates you at the end. Honest John. Okay, I can't. The scene at the end when he's having a drink with the main guy, Emil, yeah, it's an accurate representation of the language too. Yeah, I figured it was, because it was just so fast, so rapid, so natural, and I caught some of it, but half of it was I couldn't understand, right? I couldn't understand. Yeah, yeah, the rally at the end, where he got, and what he thought he was doing, not that where he got to, but what he thought. He was on a mission, right? Just completely lost, completely lost. Strafe, I give it a 9 out of 10, but keep in mind that I am someone who considers 5 out of 10 to be average. Well, 5 out of 10 will be average, I guess. 9 out of 10, that's pretty high rating. For me, average, I say 6.5, 7 out of 10. That's, to me, is average. I like C plus, right? So 9 out of 10 for you is a high rating. Jen, maybe 8 point, sorry, Emil on the Sensitube, maybe 8.5 actually. Changed my mind. You changed your mind. Nice, nice, kicking it up, kicking it up. The ending kicks it up. The ending really does it. The endings of movies can make or break them. There's a sequel. What the f? Eldergod. What? What's the sequel? Fucking love you. Eldergod says it with the same characters. With the same characters. So is the last? Oh, you can't tell me. All from 7 is good for me. Some of the same characters. Okay, let us know on Gilded, Elder God. Maybe in the next movie stream is recommended. What? I want to see it. Yeah, you know what? I'll wait until next stream. You what do you call it? Recommended. A fantastic movie. 10 out of 10 for me. 10 out of 10 for me. Very highly recommended. Very highly recommended. Very highly recommended. On a different level than like 10 out of 10 for Lord of the Rings or Dredd or They Live, right? But we saw some fantastic movies in this. Fun. Gang, 2+ hour of movie review. Love it, love it, love it. I follows a Muslim copper. Oh, it follows a Muslim copper. Okay. And when did that one come out? Like soon after 1995 or way after? Oh, I can see where the Muslim copper goes if it was way after. What Billies? They call them Billies. Oh, 2016. Oh, damn. Is it woke? I hope it's not woke. It can't be as good. No way. Apocalypse Now. Phenomenal. We have a gumbo. You have a gumbo in there. Apocalypse Now. Just because you brought it up, Mr. Chang. I've told the story. No woke. Okay, awesome. Elder God. I'll vote for it. Mr. Chang is asking, do Apocalypse Now on Rumble, right? Just I've mentioned this before, but Apocalypse Now, I saw it in the theater with my older brother. My older brother was 13 years old. I was 11 years old. The movie was rated extreme, like rated R. Like you had to be an adult to see this movie. We were from Iran. I barely spoke English. I was a year in Canada learning rudimentary English. Same with my brother, right? And my brother wanted to go see the movie, and I was my brother's tail. We did shit together, right? And but it was showing at a theater that had the best sound system in Vancouver. It was known for it. It was called the Stanley, right? It was an independent theater that showed one movie there, right? And it was Apocalypse Now for that period, and it was showing Apocalypse Now for months, right? There was one of those movies, right? And we went. My mom dropped us off. It was downtown Vancouver, right? We came from the suburbs, downtown Vancouver, on Granville Street, if you know Vancouver. My mom stopped in front of the movie ticket. It's one of those theaters where they got the movie ticket selling here, and people come in and out from both sides, right? So gave us the money. We went to the teller to buy the ticket, and we give the ticket, the money, and we go 2 tickets for Apocalypse Now, and the person was like, get the fuck out, this is an R-rated movie. R-rated means you got to be 18 or over to go see it, right? Get the fuck out. You can't go see this movie. We're like, what do you mean we can't go see this movie? You were born, Mr. Chang, you were born in 1979. We're like, what do you mean we can't go see this movie? We're like, no, we want the tickets. They're like, no, you can't. You have to be an adult. It's rated R. You can't. They're trying to explain to us. We're not getting it. My mom's still waiting there. She's got the window rolled down. She's going, what's going on? My brother goes over and says, they're not selling the tickets. They're not letting us go. My mom's like, what the fuck? Because you can't park there. It was a place where you couldn't park. It was cars. My mom put the blinkers on, right? Comes out and goes to the teller. He goes, the ticket salesperson goes, what the hell? My children want to go see the movie. Then the lady's like, I don't know if it was a lady or a guy. The person's going, well, ma'am, they can't go. It's an R-rated movie. It's restricted. You got to be 18 to go. They have to be with an adult to go. She's like, they're with me. And the lady's like, are you gonna go see the movie? She's like, no. They're gonna go see the movie. The person's like, what the fuck? No, they have to. An adult, a parent, has to let them in. And mom was, no, my sons want to go see this movie. Here's the ticket. Here's the money. Go, let them in. And the lady's like, okay, what the fuck? Sold us the tickets. Right? And we go to the line up. And my mom's like, okay, I'll pick you guys up after the movie. We're like, okay. Get right on. So she goes up in the car, drives off, right? And we're waiting in the line. We're the only kids in the theater, in the lineup, right? There's no kids. Everybody's an adult. They're all looking at us going, what the fuck is this shit? Right? And we're talking Armenian together, blah, 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 blah. They're like, what the fuck? Right? So we go in, and the seats, they're like big seats. Their headrest is above us. Like our heads are below the seat. So whoever was sitting behind us had a perfect view of the screen. That's how small we are. And we're sitting there. Everyone around us is adults, and the movie starts. Music plays. Me and my brother are like, oh, yeah. Fucking phenomenal. First 15 minutes, soldiers with their guts blown off, everyone getting blown off, fucking bomb, the hat being thrown, the helicopter, like surfer dude, fucking explosions. Phenomenal. I love my war movies, right? So good. Who says fucking 11-year-olds and 13-year-olds can't see Apocalypse Now by themselves? F them. If you're able to handle that shit, you go see that shit, right? That's an Apocalypse. Phenomenal. What a great movie, right? Eldergod, I watched Lethal Weapon in cinema at age 13. Nice. Pretty good helicopter imitation. Thanks. It's stuck. Right? Kids can learn real fast. Eduardo, oh man, chycho was bragging about seeing Apocalypse Now in the theaters. Eduardo, there's some things that you wear with a badge of honor, man. That I do. I had to do it. Eduardo, I love the smell of popcorn in the cinema. Nice. The guy, like one of the scenes that stuck out, where one of the soldiers he has his guts ripped open and his intestines are all over the place, and like there's people, dead bodies everywhere and stuff, and the guy with the hat, the guy in charge walking around, cowboy, yeah, what's going on? And the soldiers on the ground bleeding, guts everywhere, and the guy's like, thirsty, water, and he goes, give the soldier some water, and then someone else comes and says something to him, and he takes the water can, as the soldiers wants water, and chases the water, and he doesn't even get water on his last dying sip that he could take, right? Crazy. First time chat, Zain Muhammad on Twitch. Hello chycho, how are you? It's been a long time. How you been, my friend? Doing good, Zain. I hope you're doing fantastic. I used to have a really good friend called Zain at university. Fantastic dude, man. And I love that name. Streff, my favorite Vietnam movie is a tie between Platoon and Full Metal Jacket. I love Full Metal Jacket, man. Full Metal Jacket, Apocalypse Now, Platoon. Yo, chycho, see Death 420. How are you doing? How's life, gang? Let's call it a stream. Fantastic movie discussion. Gotta love these, right? Gotta love these. We'll give ourselves probably a couple of month break before we do our next picking movie stream, right? And then we'll do again, or maybe we'll do a movie stream picking movies within the month. That way we pick the movies, and then we give ourselves 2 months, 2.5 months to watch them, and then review them again. So maybe that's what we'll do. We'll do a picking movie stream. I'll talk with Eldergod and Cheryl to see when they can do it, because we got to run heats and stuff like this. And then Eldergod, 12 days till 420. Yes, we will definitely be doing a 420 stream, gang. So keep that date open. April 20th. It's a Saturday. We might do a long stream in the patio. Hopefully it'll be sunny where we can smoke cigars and do some vaping and enjoy a nice 420 celebration. Gang, I hope you have a fantastic week. Thank you for joining us on this movie stream. Thank you for participating in this movie review stream, doing your homework, watching your movies, right? Watching your movies and talking about them. Zane, thanks, Chycho. My pleasure. And awesome, gang. Awesome. So have a fantastic week. We'll do live stream next weekend as well, at least one, probably two, and see where we're at from there. Okay, gang. Enjoy your shows, enjoy your movies, enjoy your anime. If you're watching anime, enjoy your music. Take care, everyone, and do not forget, free Assange, free Assange, free Assange. Julian Assange, publisher and journalist that has been crucified for trying to bring transparency and accountability of capitalist power to humanity, something that we desperately need in our societies. For more information, see wikileaks.org, candlesforassange.com, or countless resources on free speech platforms.